It is a simple concept brought on by complicated circumstances. PROP, P-R-O-P, is there to cut through it all, an outreach to the public. It is a place you go when your life has been turned upside down, for temporary relief, without the burden of judgment.
You know, the people that you see in the first consultation have hit rock bottom in one way, shape, or form. And they come in and maybe the circumstances change, but the bottom line is they're at a bad spot. What is that meeting like?
It's tough because they are in a low spot. They don't want to show up. And so what we really concentrate on is just putting them at ease. Oftentimes, that's the first time someone's actually been able to just sit and listen to their story.
That's what Jill Holter found out, a mother of 6, living a suburban lifestyle, until that time.
In 2013, I was separated and going through a divorce, and I had been home with my 6 children for 18 years not working, and I had a part-time job because I thought I should go back to work. And then I found myself alone and filing for bankruptcy, going through a divorce, and 6 kids to take care of and feed.
She is not what one might consider to be a typical candidate. But in the affluent suburbs that it serves, they have learned she is more typical than most might suspect.
I did not realize the extent of the issue of people in need in our community. You know, we're an affluent community here in the Twin Cities area, and I was just really surprised at the percentage of people who actually had a need. That was one thing that I was really surprised by that. And then secondly, I was just astonished at the passion of our volunteers.
Because what people learn the hard way is that life can be turned around quickly, but you can also rebound with a little help.
I've spoken at galas, I've done newspaper articles, I've done other videos. I will do what I can because everybody deserves access to healthy food. A mother should never be afraid of what her kids are gonna be able to have for breakfast. I could skip meals, but I could never ask them to.
Yesterday I was speaking to a client just in follow-up, and she was telling me she'd just come into Minnesota in Eden Prairie about 3 months ago, arrived with nothing because she had to leave a difficult and challenging relationship, and she had a child who needed a lot of special needs through the school district, and she got some employment help, got some food, and is now sitting with a job that she's been promoted in.
It's not just about the single parent. It's about money to fund activities.
We give scholarships for kids and all kinds of extra activities after school, sports, swimming lessons. We even do driver's ed. And can you imagine a kid being able to drive, how that helps the family, you know, moving their siblings around.
But it costs a few bucks.
It costs a few bucks.
When there is an economic downturn, there needs to be a plan in place to help solve it. But more importantly, there has to be resolve.
What does it mean when you see it, when you live it? But what's your advice as to who should use it and how it should be used?
Who should use it is anybody that needs it. Don't be ashamed, don't be afraid. This face is the face of the food shelf. I'm a typical food shelf client. Yes, I'm lucky, I live in the suburbs, and I'm educated and I had the ability to get a job, but for a short time I was in crisis, and this was my safety net.
Because PROP is unbiased and ready to help.
Call it a bridge or call it a temporary help for people who just have a setback, whether it's a job loss or a situation of their car or housing situation. It's a bridge. We're not here for permanent type things, but just helping people and sort of bridging them to their next sort of opportunity, if you will.
Restoring lives by restoring self-esteem and making sure children are not hungry and that parents can pursue a healthy life.
I got remarried to a great guy who took me and all the kids on, and we both have good jobs. They're thriving, all of us are. We're all really grateful for the people that helped us when we needed it.
So PROP served its purpose?
It absolutely did. And if I can tell one person like me, don't be afraid, don't be embarrassed, don't be ashamed.
The mission to raise money is ongoing. The sources are creative, including a staple, the Empty Bowls Banquet.
So the Eden Prairie Empty Bowls is coming up in February 23rd, and it's just a community event. You can come have a simple bowl of soup. There's entertainment. And then you get to take home a ceramic bowl made by a student.
You see, PROP has a heartbeat, and they're making a difference every day.
Well, I think it really is what makes my world tick. I love to see the sort of really close alignment between what I'm doing every day and the impact it has on people's lives. And just the sort of sense that, yeah, we are doing something extremely worthwhile in the community.
Life to the Max is brought to you by Lifetouch, photography for a lifetime.